The entire Bluey series is filled with small hidden details, which makes the show even more fun to watch. And there are countless hidden details in every episode that you have probably never noticed. So in this video, we're going to show you some of the hidden details that we found in Bluey. Like in the episode Dirt, during the opening scene, we get the view of Healer House. And if we zoom in the tree beside the house, we can notice a bird kite. The detail is the bird kite stuck on the tree is actually the same one that Bingo won in the episode Pass the Parcel. This is a really cool detail linking two episodes. In the episode The Pool, it's a really hot day in Bluey's city. And during the opening scene, we can notice Bluey, Bingo, and Chili on the balcony. And if you look at Chili, we can notice she's fanning herself. Well, the paper that she's using as a fan is actually the menu from the Takeout episode. In the Takeout episode, we can see the menu has orange-ish border with a crown-like shape on top and a green square on bottom. Now, if we go back to the pool episode, we can notice it has the same pattern. So it's actually the same menu used in Takeout. Moving on, in the episode Stump Fest, Bandit, Stripe, and Pat are trying to pull off a tree stump from the ground. After struggling for a while, they finally removed it. And if we look at the ground, we can notice there's a big hole left there. Well, this is the same hole that Chippy and Sparky used to build the pond in the episode Tradies. They basically expanded the same hole that was left there to a larger hole. At this point, we all know about the hidden long dogs in the series. But what we don't know is, sometimes these long dogs are connected to the plot of the episode. For example, in the episode Duck Cake, where Bandit is baking a duck-shaped cake for Bingo's birthday, we can notice a long dog on top of the cupboard, and if we look closely, we can notice that it is holding a whisker with icing on it, referencing the cake being made. Similarly, in the episode Onesies, Bingo and Bluey are playing a fun game while dressed as wild animals. Bluey is dressed as a zebra and Bingo is dressed as a cheetah. When Bluey and Bingo go running towards the front door, we can notice the long dog, and we can see it is wearing a cheetah outfit, referencing the episode's theme. Also, in the episode Dirt, Wendy cuts her and Judo's hair so that Judo can play in the mud with Bluey and Bingo. And in the scene where Wendy and Judo are in the bathroom, we can notice the long dog behind the bathtub. And if we look closely, we can notice it has long hair, referencing the episode's plot. This next detail also links two episodes. In the episode Dad Baby, Bandit finds the old baby carrier he used to carry the kids around in. This is the same baby carrier that we saw in the episode Baby Race. In the scene where baby Bluey rolls over for the first time, if we look at the background, we can notice Bandit trying to put on the same baby carrier. And if we look closely, we can also notice that Bandit is having a hard time putting it on. But in the Dad Baby episode, he puts it on with ease. All those times carrying baby Bluey and Bingo in it seems to have made Bandit an expert on it. In every episode, if you look at the fridge in Healer House, you'll notice that it is always filled with small details. And in the episode Perfect, when we see the fridge, we can notice several drawings made by Bluey and Bingo. All of these drawings are references to the past episodes of Bluey. For example, in the top right corner, we can see the drawing of Mia, which was most likely made by Bluey, referencing the episode Barky Boats. We can also see the drawing of Socks and Muffin. And if we look at the drawing of Muffin, we can notice she has an angry face which suits her personality. One of these drawings also references the episode Wagon Ride, where Bandit pulls Bluey and Bingo in a cart to the park. And it's that exact same cart we see in the drawing. We can also see a drawing that was definitely made by Bingo, this time featuring the duck-shaped cake that Bandit struggled to make in the episode Duck Cake for Bingo's birthday. And further down, we can see a drawing that the girls made of Rad and Frisky holding hands with little hearts above their heads, referencing the episode Double Babysitter. And also, there's a drawing of Unicorse that Bluey and Bingo loved playing with. It would be cool to see the Unicorse again in future episodes. Now, this next detail is really cool. In the episode Army, Jack is the new kid at school and the newest recruit in Rusty's army. Jack struggles with following instructions. When Jack is newly recruited by Rusty, we can notice that he is using his left hand to salute, which is wrong because in the army, the soldiers have to always use their right hand to salute. But by the end of the episode, after Rusty finishes training Jack, we can notice that he is now using his right hand to salute. This is a small but really cool detail. Now this next detail made me feel stupid for taking so long to notice, and it has to do with the intro of Bluey. In the Bluey intro, the healer family is dancing turn by turn. Well, they are actually playing the game of musical statues. If you don't know what musical statue is, it is basically a children's party game in which players run around while music is played. Whenever the music stops, the players have to stand motionless and anyone who moves is out. So basically the healers are playing the same game in the intro of the show. One of Bluey's good friends who has been with her since she was just a little pup is Snickers. And there's one item he wears that's practically inseparable: his yellow cap. A lot of people don't realize it, but we only see Snickers without his cap twice. And one of those times is in the episode Explorers, where he's sliding down the hill at school. At that moment, we can see his cap fall off his head as he's rolling. The other time we see him without his cap is in the minisode K9 News, where he's presenting a little pretend news broadcast, and to look more professional, he takes off his cap. This next detail is a cool one. In the episode Daddy Drop-Off, we see the start of a beautiful friendship between Bingo and Lila. After witnessing the beginning of Bingo and Lila's friendship, we see a sequence of photos that follows them into adulthood, showing that the two will study together all the way through college. In one of the photos in the background, we see Bluey's school, indicating that the two will go there together as soon as they turn 6, which isn't too far off since Bingo just turned 5. So this basically proves that Bingo will go to the same school as Bluey. And also, this detail had proved that the healers were never selling their house or moving to different city. Talking about selling the house, in the episode The Sign, we see Bandit almost selling the healer house because of a job offer he had long before. And when we say long before, we really mean more than 40 episodes before. In the episode Curry Quest, we notice Bandit travels for a job, and he returns after 6 weeks. And in the episode Stickbird, when the family goes on vacation, he spends a lot of time with distant thoughts while everyone else is having fun. We can notice that the background story is about Bandit and how he feels at that moment. At the time, we didn't know what he was going through. Basically, what happened was, when he traveled, he participated in a major archaeological discovery, which led him to receive a very good job offer. So, Bandit had been thinking about selling the house for a long time, and eventually he didn't, which made both the viewers and the healers very happy. This next detail shows how realistic Bluey is, and it can be found in the episode Bin Night. We have already talked about how Bluey is learning karate, and goes from being white belt to yellow belt by the end of the episode. But there's one more detail that went unnoticed. In the early part of the episode, when the healers are taking out the trash, we can notice a tree in the background, and it also has some fruits on it. And at the end of the episode, we get to see the same tree again, and by this time, all of the fruits from the tree have fallen down. This is a really minor detail, but it makes Bluey even more realistic. So these were some of the small details we found in Bluey. And as always, we'll see you all in the next video.